there's a zebra. This is Melinda's child. There's a zebra here. Keeper Keith from Papanack Park Zoo.
Yes.
How are you this morning?
Good, a little tired. But
no, you're exhausted. Don't even lie. He's exhausted. So tell me the story about Melinda's child for those who don't know and didn't catch it in the news in the last couple of days.
It was originally born at the park, 3 weeks premature. It's 6 weeks old now.
Okay.
But it was so technically this little zebra would only be 3 weeks.
Yeah, exactly.
Old.
All right.
But it was born 6 weeks ago, 3 weeks premature, and it was tiny at that time, but like a premature baby, lasting to develop his lungs.
Okay.
So it became a big issue. Then we realized it had fractured a leg because the fall. Mom's walking, gives birth. Mom did clean it, but couldn't understand why it couldn't get out.
Okay.
And if it doesn't drink within 4 hours, that's where all animals get their colostrum, their immune system, is in the first 4 hours. After that, it's too late. And so now then you end up into an immune system problem. Okay. When we try to develop the lungs, sometimes, and it happens, you end up with bronchial pneumonia.
Yeah.
And so it's still on medications.
Okay.
It still only drinks milk, and that's why it stays with me as we try and get its immune system stronger and stronger.
So this little boy was there in an animal hospital, full-on horse hospital, right?
Right, that's right. Yeah, even to the point where other horses are there, and because it doesn't have an immune system, they had to draw blood from other horses, make a plasma on site, and then inject that in plasma in here, so it would build up an immune system to having the horses around it in case anybody touched one of the other horses.
Amazing.
And then touched it. So it's got some, and it'll slowly develop. And the other thing is, people ask, why don't we put it with mom? We can't because it doesn't have an immune system yet.
Right, and so even mom could be a problem for Melinda's child, right?
Right, that's right. Okay. And so we'll have to build it a new heated building. For the winter.
Really?
Yeah, and it's cohort, which we couldn't get both in the vehicle. We have a baby yak, which is 4 weeks old that we're bottle raising.
Oh, that's great.
But it was born on time. Mom just didn't want it. But this little guy took a massive amount, and like I said, you can see its neck where it was shaved, and its rump, where we had to constantly do blood work to see how its fever's doing.
All of this comes with, as you might imagine, an associated cost, and a serious one.
Yeah.
I heard that estimates are
35,000, 40,000
for so far, and in the end, you think north of 50.
Yeah. To do it. But we decided, something about the little one. It's our job. We're going to be doing some fundraisers.
Good.
With it. If you want to come get your picture taken with it and get a 3 VIP passes for next year, it's $100, and you can lead the little one around. It lives just across from the zoo, in my house. While we're here, actually, the staff are cleaning my house.
Okay.
It's all mats now. We went out and had to get a bunch of mats. And it's bonded with me. So literally,
I printed on you, and
I can't move.
You're a mom now.
Yeah, I can't move.
Melinda's child. Cool story about the name.
Yeah.
That's what they had to enter at the vets.
Right, because they tried to enter zebra into the computer system, and it's a horse hospital, so they couldn't do zebra. So they called it white horse, and then the vets decided that was terrible. So the vets asked what mom's name was and everything, and then they decided to call it Melinda's child. And they work with a lot of racehorses, so it does sound kind of racehorse.
It does. It's kind of cool.
Melinda's child.
I like Mel for short.
Yeah, Mel seems to work.
Mel, Mel Torme, right? There you go. Absolutely beautiful. And this little guy, without your help, would be. It just wouldn't have worked out.
That's right. It would have died. I mean, if it was born in the wild, it would have died. And it took a lot. And like I said, we rushed through the night. The hospital from us is about 3.5 hours to get there.
Yeah.
And we were in constant contact. And yourself, you were mentioning about your child. And
yeah, he's
so
early.
You know the roller coaster ride.
It's crazy. You're stressed out all the time. You're awake all the time, and it would be no different for a
and
little
then the
zebra
vets will call and say we're doing good, and then they'll call back an hour later and go, oh, we're spiking a temperature and a fever, and the pneumonia is kicking back up.
All right. Well, we'll keep informed and keep in touch with you about fundraising efforts and how to support little Mel here, who is doing fairly well, as you can see. A little bit curious. Loves his dad, Keeper Keith. What I like about it, the chance for you to use this for educational purposes, which Papanack Park Zoo is so good at.